Hello, drama lovers. Welcome back to this channel. Today, we'll walk through a story that you won't find in scripts or under the spotlight. It's not about lead roles or red carpet smiles. It's about the spaces in between, the quiet moments behind the glitter, the hidden chapters in a celebrity's life that are often too personal, too fragile, to be told. This isn't just a story of fame or romance. It's about life, about loss, about love that doesn't demand to be seen but quietly chooses to stay. This is the story of Kai and Tan Songyun, two beloved names in the entertainment industry, now caught in a chapter that feels more real, more raw, and more human than any role they've ever played. Tan Songyun, with her bright smile and gentle presence, was recently thrust into the spotlight, not for a new drama or fashion appearance, but because of a series of whispers. Whispers that spoke of something she never announced. Something that seemed too delicate to share. At first, it was just subtle changes. Looser clothing. Sudden withdrawals from promotional events. A quieter presence on social media. To many, it was nothing. But to fans who followed her journey for years, something felt different. Then came the rumors that she was pregnant. It should have been a moment of joy, of celebration. But instead, it was met with silence. No statements. No posts. Just a stillness that wrapped around the news like a veil. And behind that stillness, concern. Because on the other side of the story, there was Kai. A man who once lit up every room he entered, who carried an aura of strength and charm. But recently, his appearance began to shift. Fans noticed a weariness in his eyes. A paleness in his skin. A fragility he never showed before. Some said it was just fatigue. Others, something deeper. Insiders began to speak, quietly, about how he had collapsed during filming. About how he struggled to keep up with demanding schedules. About how his team tried to brush it off as exhaustion. But fans knew better. He doesn't just look tired, someone wrote. He looks like he's hurting. Through all of this, Tan Songyun remained quiet. But her silence wasn't absence. She was there, by his side. Not in front of cameras, not in headlines, but in moments that mattered. There were reports of her accompanying Kai to hospital visits. Some said she pleaded with his agency to reduce his workload. Others claimed she turned down major roles to focus on him. And in her pregnancy, she wasn't resting. She was rebuilding. From hiring a nutritionist to introducing traditional healing practices, she reshaped their life, one quiet day at a time. She created a space of healing at home. A place where alarm clocks were turned off. Where the world slowed down. In that stillness, they found something they'd never had before, peace. And while the industry continued to churn, awards, premieres, press interviews, Tan Songyun chose to stay in the quiet. In the kitchen, cooking healing meals. On the balcony, walking with Kai under the stars. She wasn't just preparing for motherhood. She was saving a life. And Kai, in return, began to fade, not from love, but from limelight. His public appearances grew fewer. Fans wondered. Some panicked. But then, slowly, they began to understand. This wasn't retreat. This was recovery. He wasn't losing himself. He was finding himself, again. Away from scripts and cameras, he began to laugh. Not for photos, but for the sheer joy of it. He began to sleep longer. Eat slower. Live softer. And Tan was there. In every step. In every quiet triumph. But then came a post, subtle, emotional, from a close friend of Tan, speaking of life's cruel tests and quiet goodbyes. It left fans shaken. Some wondered, had the pregnancy ended in heartbreak? No confirmation. No denial. Just more silence. And yet, that silence said everything. There was a shift in Tan's smile. Something softer. More distant. And fans, rather than pry, offered nothing but warmth. If she went through something like that, one netizen wrote, she deserves peace, not questions. And in Kai's absence from the public eye, fans responded not with criticism, but compassion. They created artworks, wrote letters, flooded their social media with prayers. Because somewhere along the way, this became more than a celebrity story. It became a shared journey. One of healing. One of love that isn't shouted, but lived. There's something undeniably powerful in how Tan Songyun stood by him. Not as a celebrity. Not even as a public figure. But as a woman who chose to stay. In a world that rewards ambition, she chose care. And in a culture that demands image, she chose truth. Their story has sparked deeper questions about the cost of fame, the pressure of perfection, and what it really means to succeed. Is it applause? Awards? Recognition? Or is it waking up, holding the hand of the person you love, and realizing that, for today, you are still here? Kai may not return to the industry tomorrow. He may never play another role again. But he's already taken on the greatest role of his life. A man healing, a father becoming, a partner staying present. And Tan Songyun, she has become something more than a star. She's become a symbol of quiet strength, of love that doesn't need an audience. Their story is not a press release. It's not a headline. It's a reminder that behind the fame, behind the glamour, behind the carefully chosen words, there are people with hearts, with battles, with dreams, and sometimes with pain they never asked for. Today, we might not know how this chapter will end. Will Kai return to the screen with new fire? Will Tan Songyun one day tell her story? Perhaps. Or perhaps not. But maybe that's not what matters most. What matters is what they've already taught us. That healing takes time. That love isn't always loud. And that strength often shows up not in the spotlight, but in the shadows. Hello, drama lovers. That's today's story. One not written in scripts, but in silence. What do you think? Has this journey changed the way we view the stars we admire? Do you also believe that the truest love is the one quietly lived, not loudly shown? Let us know in the comments. And stay with us, because we'll continue to bring you stories that touch the heart, stir the soul, and reveal the quiet truths behind the curtain. Until next time.